Let me just preface this. Baka maging bias ako sa review na to eh. Because I personally own a Forester. Yung 4th gen na XT.
Okay.
So, yung 5th gen kasi, I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda slow. This, nung nakita ko sa news that it will be a hybrid, I think it may return some of the fizz na nawawala from the turbocharged Foresters of old.
Yeah, yes.
Lalo na sa low speed kasi mas instant yung torque with the batteries and stuff. Parang bumilis na yung infotainment ngayon ah. Mas responsive na siya ngayon. Do these get software updates ba?
I have to double check. I believe meron yan, sir.
Kada PMS, no?
Yes, sir.
It's new but it feels familiar
Yeah.
for someone who owns a Subaru. When I say that this feels familiar sa mga naka-Subaru dati, there's one thing na hindi. Wala na yung tachometer.
It's replaced.
Power meter na siya ngayon, no? Pero hindi siya nababago into a tachometer, no?
No, sir. Yan na yan.
Akala ko kasi, back then kasi there are Lexus models na they have the power meter pero nagsiswitch siya to pag nilagay sa manual mode.
I see.
Pero kung hybrid naman kasi, most of the time you don't need the tachometer anyways.
Kaya they really replaced it.
I like how dito agad nandito na yung energy flow nung hybrid system.
Yes.
So you know if it's charging or not or kung sino siya kumukuha ng power source. Okay, first few minutes with this. Ayan, nag-EV mode na siya. Now it doesn't feel like a Subaru. Kasi you don't hear the, the boxer rumble and stuff. You just hear the hum ng electric motors for now. Hindi siya naka-EV mode ngayon but the engine remains silent. By the way, the weather right now, it's perfect for Subarus. There's something about these cars talaga na kahit you're in bad weather and stuff, parang hindi mo nararamdaman na you need to slow down. I mean, they attribute it dun sa all-wheel drive system, pero I'd say hindi lang sa all-wheel drive yun eh. This has to be pati sa suspension tuning niya. So far, yung suspension niya, it feels like a Subaru pa rin. With like yung kontrolado niyang katawan niya was also remaining soft. Kasi normally, SUVs would be tuned more for comfort talaga na to a point nagiging floaty sila. Pero it's a known pattern for all Subarus na kahit na malambot sila, hindi siya nagiging floaty at all. May magic talaga yung Subaru pagdating sa suspension tuning. At the same time, hindi siya stiff, hindi siya matagtag. Okay. Mag-turn muna natin si Kuya doon sa high ace and we can test the power saglit. 3, 2, and start first gear. Oh yeah, it's not as fast as an XT of old, pero hindi na siya underpowered. Definitely not underpowered.
May kick pa din.
May sipa na siya uli. That was my number one gripe with the old, the 5th gen Forester. Nice to see the fizz returned somehow. Though I still would like the XT to return, pero this will do. Perfect. Okay na yung ganito. Noong una, I thought 197 horsepower in a world where hybrids are already getting like 240. Yun, yung RAV4, it gets 240 na combined. Akala ko this wouldn't be enough, but hindi. It gets up and goes na rin. It's a thing that I've noticed talaga for like the past 10 years that I've owned these things. Apaka-stable nila. It doesn't feel like you're driving on wet roads.
Parang even siya on all roads.
Kahit nga yung muddy parking ngayon dun sa tapat ng World Trade Center, I don't feel like slowing down. If anything, it's actually fun dun sa muddy field kung open minsan kaya niya pa mag-donuts. Kasi unlike most hybrids, Subaru went out of their way kasi dun sa hybrid system na to na yes, kinuha nila hiniram nila yung transmission nito from Toyota, which is the bulletproof ECVT thing. But binolt nila sa drive shaft ng symmetrical all-wheel drive. Unlike yung mga most hybrids ngayon like CR-V, RAV4, all-wheel drive sila, but walang connection yung front axle to the rear axle. So, bale yung engine ng mga yon is connected only to the front wheels. Yung likod is purely driven by electric motors. Ito, there's an electric motor but it drives all four wheels. Kaya even pa rin yung torque distribution niya kahit na hybrid na siya ngayon. Nga lang talaga, it still feels trippy na wala ka na naririnig na boxer verbal pag nakatigil ka.
Wala na yung rumble niya.
Yeah, pero it's not a bad thing anyways. Yung trade naman dito is fuel efficiency. I know this from experience kasi I can get like 4 kilometers per liter on mine pag stop and go.
Working on.
Oh. But it's part of the Subaru experience as they say. Pero at least ito, kahit na matraffic ka man and all, no problem. So currently, the car's averaging, yung parang trip niya like dito ngayon yung mga nag-test.
Yeah, ano na yun.
Ayun, so 11 liters per 100 k, that's like 9 kilometers per liter, and assume na natin, baka most people dito hinataw to. That's still not a bad value pagdating sa fuel consumption.
But on average, you can get 12 to 14.
Some hybrids can do better, kaso they won't match this car's capabilities pagdating sa trails. Kasi nga, doon bumabalik yung conversation about yung power distribution nila being uneven. This 50-50 siya pag nawalan ka ng traction eh. So yeah, Subaru may have weird decisions pagdating sa sasakyan, but it's weird for a reason. Like yun, una sa lahat, they chose a boxer engine instead of everyone going for inline force. Mainly dahil yun nga, smoother transition to electric to ngayon these days. Pero dati, they chose it kasi nga low center of gravity din, which also affects suspension, mind you. Kasi if yung center of gravity ng sasakyan is low, they don't need to stiffen up the suspension to counter body roll. They can instead just soften it enough na hindi siya magiging roly-poly pa rin, pero athletic pa rin yung kilos niya sa twisty turns. Normal speeds talaga, it really solved the 5th gen's main problem of being underpowered. Instant na agad yung power delivery niya thanks to the electric motors now. That's like one of the major highlights of this generation. I think they call this now the SL generation kasi SK yung previous eh. The one I own is an SJ. Yung the one before they switched to the global platform.
And now nga, yun sir, nakano kayo, sport mode.
Ayun nga no? The entire time we were in sport. Let's dial it down to intelligent ulit. Yung WRX na lang ngayon yung may sport sharp, no?
Yes. I believe 4 drive mode, sure.
Yung Outback XT, sport mode lang din ata yun, no?
Yeah.
Like, last na na-recall ko.
I think turbocharged yun, XT.
Oh yeah. I tried the XT dati nung parang event ng SCP noon. It's good, pero nagulat ako, sabi ko they didn't change the suspension all that much. Kasi yung SJ na XT, they changed they stiffened the chassis and the suspension itself. Okay, ito medyo mild trail to, which is not a problem naman sa coaching to. Well, let's hit X mode. Yan, kahit snow dirt lang, hindi naman to eh. So X mode primes the center differential nung drivetrain to 50-50 na lagi. On normal use kasi, the car defaults to 60% front, 40 rear. Pag X mode, lagi siya 50-50. So it enhances the four-wheel drive system even more. Tapos yung next level niya is deep snow and mud, which turns off traction control. Pag ganyan kasi na you need momentum pag mud eh. And traction control sometimes cuts it. So that's why they develop deep snow and mud ngayon sa X mode. Kanina doon sa muddy parking, tinry ko yung X mode dun sa akin. It works. I could say that. So I've taken my own car to places where a crossover does not belong. Like absolutely not.
Talagang rough. Talagang rough.
Oh, like yung sometimes yung trails sa Tanay or yung farms somewhere in Cavite. Minsan na-question ako ng mga ibang tao doon. paano ka nakarating dito? Yun. So, thing with Subarus, okay, try Sport ulit now that it's relatively open. Yup. Really like the power delivery of this one. Kahit hindi siya turbocharged. But like, baka naman Subaru, if you guys want to release an XT ulit, pair it with this hybrid system. Make it even more powerful. Kasi I know a lot of Forester owners miss the XT. It's not just me. Like, they were, when they released the SK, they were arguing that only 17% of you bought it. So why would we make again? But the truth is, that 17% is the enthusiast part of the brand. Oh, yeah, yun nga. So it's not just me na, even people who bought the SK na hindi naman maano sa kotse, when they tried the previous gen with the turbo engine and all like mine, sabi na, ay grabe, mas ganito pala sila dati. Pero they didn't have any complaints naman other than the underpoweredness of the SK. Yun lang sabi nga, yun nga, mas maganda yung ride quality nun and steering feel, I'll give it that. Pero this really, this is a major step up dun sa SK pagdating sa power delivery. And efficiency. So, best of both worlds. So yeah, if you're looking for a hybrid na hindi ka matatakot dalhin kahit na tag-ulan pa o tagbaha ba yan or kung saan ka man mapunta dito sa Pilipinas, this is it. Kasi if you want something na hybrid din and capable like this, you'd have to shell out maybe twice the money to get one of those plug-in hybrid SUVs na talagang boxy and all na pang let's say like the Denza B8 or the I get that comparing those is like an overboard na kasi they're twice the price of this, but like currently it's in a class of one pagdating sa capability. Like, I know the CR-V all-wheel drive doesn't even have terrain modes. It just has sport, normal, and eco. Parang, yeah, it's all-wheel drive, but would you really take it out on the beaten path?
And yung mga enthusiasts talaga yung mga nakaka-appreciate.
Yes. Tsaka, out of any brand sata, Subaru still has the strongest brand retention eh. Like yun, kami, we're part of the statistic.
Yeah.
Most Subaru owners buy another one din.
Usually, mga repeat.
Repeat customers. Kasi it's the type of car na you wouldn't get it until you drive one. So, Forester Hybrid. A lot has changed and all of them is for the better.